We have to have some consistency. I was impressed that Tom Tugendhat and Penny Mordaunt were both very clear when they said that they would not countenance a Scottish Indy Ref 2. Now, why was I impressed by that? Because Penny Mordaunt actually went on and spoke about how she had explained that Turkey might be joining the European Union and that we were unable to veto that because David Cameron had given his word to support Turkey's bid for membership. My word is my bond. The treaties that we sign are important. So, if the line about Scotland and about a once-in-a-generation referendum, and therefore not to be repeated in the immediate future, is correct, then therefore we cannot amend the Northern Ireland Protocol simply because we find it inconvenient. We have to negotiate a new agreement with the EU. We have to abide by our international reputation and by the same principle that our word is our bond. We can't have it both ways. So I am therefore delighted that both of these two politicians are making that abundantly clear. So that is one thing which I think is very positive. My word is my bond. The agreements that we signed in the past we must honour today, even if we don't necessarily like them. And that this is a generational issue. We don't change things just on a whim. The Rwanda issue is also something I think that we need to factor into what Penny Mordaunt and Tom Tugendhat have actually said. Although Tom Tugendhat has said that he supports the Rwanda option. He cannot, in fact, support the Rwanda option because the Rwanda option is to ignore our responsibility for looking after refugees and asylum seekers. That's something that we signed up to in 1951. We cannot export that to another country. What we need to do is put our resources into the Home Office and ensure that we have considerably more staff processing the applications, not only the applications from asylum seekers or refugees, but also the applications for people for student visas on various tier levels and so on. We need to make sure that the Home Office does its job, because at the moment the backlog is embarrassing, and that's a backlog which was presided over by Mrs. May for over 10 years, when she was Home Office Minister and then Prime Minister. It cannot be allowed to continue, and it's got nothing to do with Rwanda or with deals we might have made with France. The bottom line is we must employ more people, and we must get the job done. We must do the job that is ours. The word backlog has a very noble history. It's the piece of wood that we put at the back of the fire that keeps burning through the night when we otherwise cover the fire with a curfew. And should the fire go out, then we are punished because a house which has no fire is a danger to other buildings in the village. That was the medieval point of view. I think that, as a metaphor, is perfectly understandable. We must not be a danger to our neighbours, and that includes the EU.